www.healthcmi.com, Acupuncture Continuing Education Online. Today, acupuncture boosts breast milk production. Simply go to healthcmi.com, click on news, and you can read the entire article published July 28, 2017. Let's take a look inside. Acupuncture restores normal breast milk production to lactating mothers with low milk secretion levels. Research conducted at the Hangzhou Shaanxi Hospital demonstrates that acupuncture of a specific set of acupuncture points significantly boosts lactation quantities. In a controlled investigation of 116 women with deficient secretion of milk, hypogalactia, or hypogalacturia as it's also called, acupuncture successfully increased breast milk secretion from an average of 49.63 milliliters to 115.21 milliliters. In addition, lactating mothers receiving acupuncture had a concomitant improvement in prolactin levels. So that's a hormone that stimulates milk production. So the article goes and actually quotes some ancient texts going back to about 1000 CE. So the illustrated canon of acupuncture points based upon the bronze figure, the Tongren Zhenjiu Shu Shui Tu Jing, and also quotes the Zhenjiu Da Chang, the Great Compendium of Acupuncture and Moxibustion. And then it takes a look at a controlled scientific experiment testing the acupuncture protocols outlined in those ancient texts. And at healthcmi.com, at the Healthcare Medicine Institute, that's a lot of what we do. When you click on news at the top bar and take a look at the articles in the news department, much of what we are doing is testing the efficacy of ancient protocols. So these have been around for a while. But what's great about taking a look at these ancient techniques is we really get a sense of the efficacy rates in controlled studies and single-blinded studies and double-blinded studies, etc. So here we see that acupuncture demonstratively increases milk production for patients with hypogalactia. So this is very important because women often have few options in this case. In Chinese medicine, it goes into some of the theory. We know that weakness after delivery, for example, we call Qi blood deficiency, can lead to hypogalactia. Also, there can be what we call liver Qi stagnation or blockage through the breast so that there is lower milk production and output. So the acupuncture points outlined in this study were specifically tested because in the ancient books they are indicated for the treatment of hypogalactia, and sure enough it stands up to scientific scrutiny. Now, what's also interesting, at the end of the article we have a link to a course entitled Chinese Medicine Dietetics Number 1. So this is offered at healthcmi.com for acupuncture continuing education credit for licensed acupuncturists. And in it, it does cover different foods and recipes for the treatment of many conditions, including hypogalactia. So let me read a little bit of that because it's very interesting. A common food we all enjoy. And let's see about that. In traditional Chinese medicine, dietetic modifications are often used for the treatment of hypogalactia, including the use of mu gua, papaya. The topic is covered in the Acupuncture Continuing Education course entitled Chinese Medicine Dietetics Number 1. Papaya is categorized as a sweet and neutral herb and enters the stomach and large intestine channels. Papain, an enzyme in papayas, aids digestion of protein. Papayas are rich in vitamin C, folate, potassium, fiber, and many other nutrients. So the continuing education course provides recipes using papaya for the treatment of medical conditions, including one for promoting lactation, Mu Gua Hua Shen Ju Pi Tang. This is a combination of Mu Gua, papaya, with pork feet. So learn more at the course by going to healthcmi.com and checking out Chinese Medicine Dietetics Number 1. So that's a dietetics approach. Here we have, in this scientific research, an exact measurement before and after of milk production based on the use of 3 acupuncture points. And those 3 points are Shan, Zhang, Zhu San Li, and Xiao Zi. So it's CV17 or Ren 17, stomach 36, and small intestine 1. And I'm sure this takes many acupuncturists back to the early days of school, where we learn special points for special indications, and small intestine 1 has a very special indication and function for promoting lactation, preventing excess abscesses in the breast due to engorgement, has a lot to do with helping regulate the qi and blood through the breast and also regulating lactation. So really great stuff in this article. Again, go to healthcmi.com, click on news, look for the article published July 28, 2017, entitled Acupuncture Boosts Breast Milk Production. Thank you for listening. www.healthcmi.com.